Look. Hello and welcome to Community Connect. We are so happy to have you here today. Today we have a great guest, Jacklyn Shapiro, who is the managing partner and founder of Shapiro Hurst Attorneys, right?
Well, we're not attorneys, but,
What are you?
well, when people ask me what I do, I always tell them, I was like, I am a freaking warrior for
know
consumers
that's
with
right.
credit issues.
Now that is
That's
true.
who I am.
I am so glad you are a warrior because I certainly need I need the battlefront here.
Yes.
And Sarissa Powdrill,
Hello,
a wonderful
everyone.
person. How are
Welcome
you?
to Community Connect. Thank you, Ms. Shapiro, for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's my pleasure, ladies.
Thank you.
So
Janie,
we
for
first,
setting this
I know,
stage.
we first met Jacklyn when she was one of our initial panelists on the very first Steel Toes to Stilettos Women's Empowerment Luncheon. And managed to give us some really good tips. So I thought, you know, we need everybody to hear this.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us what you've been up to.
What have I been up to? Well, about 5'4" recently. I'm kidding.
Everybody is trying to be a comedian.
Yes, we're getting our
It helps
comedian
the
thing.
day move along, I must tell you.
So what I've really been up to, Janie, I've been working on getting our kids program up and running, and we'll be working with the Boys and Girls Club of North Texas and the Family Place and, of course, the Community Council, and helping educate the kids and give them what I call financial intelligence, not just financial literacy,
it.
but some true financial intelligence.
So when you say kids, what ages are those?
10 and up.
10 and up.
10 and up. And that way, if we can affect them when they're from the age 10 and up, that's where we can make the biggest difference in their lives. And I think we talked about this before. We were talking about the example of the $300 per month. And if you take Peter Maluk, who is Tony Robbins' partner in their financial firm, he was putting together the numbers, and he said, if you're 19 years old and you only save $300 until the age 27, you put it into a compounding interest account at 10%. At 65, that's $1.8 million.
Wow.
You better stop.
That sounds so easy.
1.8. Now,
Are you talking about $300 a month or $300
$300 a month from the time you're 19 until you're 27, and then you leave it alone.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is.
Now, here's the kicker. Cost of bad credit versus having great credit. Cost of bad credit, actually, it almost triples the numbers Peter Maluk put together. So if we can help empower and educate and get these kids off to the right financial start, and then complement that with what good credit is and how to manage it, you've eliminated financial stress from the equation for our next generation.
Awesome.
I have to tell you that I'm in the process of buying a house, and so you feel very vulnerable because people have to look at your credit and how much money do you have put down and all this kind of stuff. And I'm so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, are they going to judge me because of my credit score? What's happening? So I understand.
Yeah, and most people, it's funny because most people, when they come to me, they have that same hesitation. And the truth is, it doesn't matter who you are. We all, myself included, every single one of us experiences a credit issue.
Absolutely.
It's not if, it's just when and to what degree.
And when will your classes start with the Boys and Girls Club? Are you having anything available to our community kids this summer?
Yes, and that's what I definitely want to make sure that the community kids are part of the summer program this year. Absolutely, I do.
And I recall our conversations where your program or how you facilitate your financial intelligence classes are a little bit different from just sitting down and listening. You ask for a lot of space. So tell me why, or tell us why you need all of this space and what makes your financial intelligence classes more interesting than our normal financial literacy programs.
Great question. And it's because we gamify money. So, for example, if Janie was our teacher, and you and I were the students in the class, right? So she pairs us up, and she goes, okay, Sarissa, you're going to be the employer. Jackie, you're the employee. Now, your job at this point in the setup of the game would be, okay, Jackie, I want you to run around the room once. This simulates a Monday, right? I'm trading time and energy
That's good.
for money.
Right.
And then you tell me, go around the room on 1 foot or do jumping jacks, whatever that is. So we simulate a week worth of work through 5 exercises. 30 seconds long, not anything big. And then it's payday. So you're going to give me your paycheck, but Jane goes, no, Sarissa, you can't give her a paycheck yet. Here comes a hat for federal taxes, Social Security. So you get all of these tax hats, and then we start taking my check, and I'm like, wait a second, you just took half my ice cream
Real
away,
life.
right? And then after that setup round where we get some basics, then we do the same thing. The kids are physically involved in the exercise, and then they have to pay their bills. And if they save their money, then they can go in and they can start investing in real estate, business, or the stock market, and begin passive income, which is where the real aha moments come in.
Wow.
That's amazing. My son, perfect example. When mom used to pay for everything, it was like, oh, give me this, I need this, I want this, I want this. He started paying for things. He was like, oh, I have to work 3 hours to pay for that? Oh, I don't need that.
Right.
So it's amazing how when he had to spend his own money, it all of a sudden became important to him.
Exactly.
So that's a real life eye opener. But you also encourage the parents to be a part of the program?
I do, because, I look at it this way. If somebody had sat me down as a young teenager and said, Jackie, $300 can make the difference in your entire world. But no one ever really did that. And the truth is that if we go through time from the Depression moving forward, what our great-grandparents or grandparents, what worked for them didn't work for our parents, and what worked for our parents doesn't work for us, and what works for us doesn't necessarily work for our kids.
Right.
So there's no way this information could just simply be taught. It's just not. And so giving them that information, to answer your question, giving them that information and empowering them now where we can really facilitate a big change,
Makes
that's
a
my
huge
passion.
difference.
Well, let's just face the fact that there are a lot of single moms, single women out there, single moms, and they are struggling, and they're thinking, oh my goodness, $300 a month? No way.
Right.
No way. And so then there's people like me who are, old as dirt. And they're like, well, I got a couple of years left. Maybe I can pay $300 a month. So does that?
A couple of years.
So does that really? Is it too late to start? Is there a way to help maybe single moms, single parents out there to kind of be able to start?
When I started out, Janie, and as Sarissa probably already knows, I was married for 17 years. And when I started off on my own, I barely had enough money to get an apartment. And I had no furniture. I had my daughter's bedroom furniture. That was it. And other than that, the only thing I had to my name were my street smarts. So, if you are a single mom and you're out there and you're going to start over, just remember you are your greatest asset. Above and beyond all other things, you are your greatest asset. And if you've got the will, you can find the way. But paying yourself first has to be one of those really fundamental factors that you bring into your world. Even if you're starting late, bring it in now. And then find someone who's an expert in the field that can help you invest and grow properly.
Well, here in Dallas County, we're the third highest in the country for the poverty rate. It's ridiculous.
Are we really?
We really are. Dallas County is.
Wow.
And, at the community council, we are in a fight against poverty. So we understand and we want to help people, move forward. I was having a conversation with one of my good friends who just happens to be the president of a bank. And we were talking about the poverty here in Dallas. And women of color, the average worth of a woman of color in Dallas County is $5. I said, you are a lie. You lie to me. So I had to go look it up, and that is actually true.
How
for
did they
real.
come up with that?
I don't know, but even when you Google it, it says that. So it's really, it looks at your assets. It looks at, are you, at risk of being homeless. There's all different kinds of things that you look
Really?
at. But seriously,
Wow. Wow, $5.
So that's amazing to me. So
A
really,
Starbucks.
I know, right? Really.
So we need your help.
So I'm looking at myself and I'm going, gee whiz, I'm trying to buy a house.
Right.
And I'm worth a cup of coffee. So
No,
really,
you're not.
I'm just like, okay, so how can we help, especially women, really make a change?
I think this really goes back to the education part of this, which I know we are all so big on. And when you educate and you empower, not just women but men too. I think when you educate and you empower, I don't know, what was the old adage of you teach someone you give them a fish. Yeah, you give them a fish, you feed them for a day,
That's
you
right.
teach them to fish.
They can feed themselves forever.
So I think when we empower and we educate, I think that's where we make the greatest difference. That's where I've personally seen the greatest difference.
And I can kind of glorify the fact that that's what sets community council apart. We have the whole family care, being in partnership with someone like you, but all the other services that we're added to empower a family, not just the person that comes for help. And if a person needs help for their grandparents, their kids, their parents, community council has something for every level of a family member or whatever hardships that they may be facing. So the empowerment of a family as a whole goes back to teach a person how to fish. We're not going to give you, here's groceries for the month, see you later. It's all about the whole family care and setting your career and your education in place and helping one with that. So I love the fact that that's what community council stands for. And speaking of what single women are facing here in Dallas County, do you think you will extend the services to adults, or will you always concentrate on children?
The kids are my heart. They're my passion, truly. But I think there's so many adults out there that never have. I mean, I would say myself.
Right.
No one ever gave me access to this.
Me included.
That's true.
So I think the adults need it, and that's why we want to bring in the parents to observe as we teach the kids.
Okay.
So we can create that 360 effect with the whole family.
Okay.
But I think this would be a fabulous opportunity.
Absolutely.
You know, and if we go to just what our passions are, of course, being a single mom who struggled. I ate more ramen noodles than I care to admit
Absolutely.
at one point. But understanding that from a really intimate, personal level, I know how much these people need that help to understand it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I have 5 sisters, and my dad was a janitor, and my mom made jewelry for a living. And I swear to goodness, to this day, I refuse to eat Hamburger Helper because we had so
All
much.
the time.
I'm not sure we had hamburger in the Hamburger Helper, but we had so much Hamburger Helper. I can't even look at a box now. I refuse to even go down that aisle. I just can't do it.
I think ours was spam and bologna sandwiches, but my mother would at least cook the bologna, and we eat a pot of beans for a whole week.
Oh my
so
God, right?
I'm with you.
Yeah.
But we were just thankful to have, and to this day, still thankful just to be able to have food on the table. And when you look at so many people coming through our doors that hadn't eaten in days or don't know where the next meal comes from, it makes you so appreciative, and it makes you even prouder when we come across programs such as yours.
Oh, thank you,
So
Susan.
you were talking about some sort of kind of a incentive, I guess, where if they finish the program or something about how to go match savings or...
Yeah, so the Credit Union of Texas stepped up with the program.
All right,
And
Credit Union of Texas.
Yes, thank you, Credit Union of Texas. They were awesome. They said, okay, you know what we're going to do is you're teaching the kids. The kids come up with up to $50 to open their first account and start saving. We'll match up to $50 for the kids.
Nice.
And so, we're very proud to.
What a wonderful incentive.
It is.
It is.
So are you trying to get into public schools as well?
Public schools would be great. I don't have a lot of experience navigating the politics of the public school, but at the moment, I'm happy working with community council and some of the larger organizations that really make an impact with these kids already. I think maybe we'll graduate. Maybe I will graduate to that.
Oh, that would be cute. Have the kids a little graduation when they finish. Look, I'm thinking so I love events, by the way. So, but yes, that's amazing, and happy to have you.
Absolutely. So, yeah. So, here at the community council, we've really kind of focus on in our economic mobility department. We focus on, helping people get their education all the way from GED to a bachelor's degree, and then trying to work with employer partners to offer certifications. So, we've recently, really recently, just gotten some really great partnerships with some employers. So if you need a job or you need an education, and it's all absolutely free to use. So if you are an IT person, you want to get a full stack certification and come out of there in 6 months making $100,000 a year, come see us. If you are a veteran, we have a great new program for veterans that want to get into the construction industry. Come see us. If you want to get into restaurant management, if you want to get into some sort of green career or medical assistant, patient care tech,
Anything you
please.
want to work.
Well, there you go.
Come
If
to
you want to
us.
continue your education or if you want to get to work, please come see us. So what's our website?
Our website is, I should leave the www part off, ccadvance.org. And as Miss Janie stated, is if you want to work, in this program that you have is no excuses. Leave your excuses at the door, because she's going to have something for every excuse you have. You don't have daycare, we'll pay for daycare. You don't have transportation, we got transportation. No excuses. This is a program that you're just ready to move forward, and all of the excuses are on the table and they are taken care of. So I commend you for that. No excuses.
Well, it isn't me, but because our team is really great.
Absolutely.
So how can we help you best, Jacklyn, as you?
Well, I think
continue
for
forward.
us, as we continue forward, obviously we've been talking about the kids, and that's just my legacy part of my life. As far as the professional part in Shapiro Hurst, look, we all have a credit issue at some time, all of us. We've all had a collector call us at some time, every single one of us. And if you're facing that, or your family or your friends are, please call me, because I really can help you. And if I can't help you, or your situation is where you just need to be patient, then you'll get that straight answer from me or any member of my staff. So you can reach us. My personal number at my office is 469-619-0717, or look us up on the web at shapiro-hurst.com.
Which you should see at the bottom of your screen right now. And I don't know if we have enough time. Hopefully we do. Would like to discuss the next Steel Toes to Stilettos event. Got to give a big shout out to Phil Romano of for connecting us with Network Bar.
You're a fangirl, right?
I'm
you
a
are
fangirl. I
fangirl.
am fanning. But Phil Romano has been great ever since the meeting us here at the community council. He just spoke at the Skill Quest graduation.
That was the best speech I think I've ever heard. Absolutely.
He motivates you. You feel like you can do anything, speaking with Mr. Romano. But we're having the next Steel Toes to Stilettos at the Network Bar on July 19th. So if you have that one person that you're always on the phone handling business with, and it's always, we're going to have lunch. We're going to have lunch one day. Grab your girl, grab the colleague, and march on down the Steel Toes to Stilettos at the Network Bar on July 19th. And the subject is get financially fit. So we're speaking to some heavy hitters on how to work with our wealth, how to plan for future occurrences, your trust, getting some of those subjects on the table. That's all about money and getting you fit. So July 19th.
I have to tell you, my mother is 94, and I don't remember a conversation she ever had with any one of us about money.
Yeah,
I mean, she lived
I'm
through the
with you.
Depression, so I don't know if that was even something that she can still explain. I mean, so I think it's really important, and I think it's important that women empower other women.
Absolutely.
I mean, no offense to the
Yes.
guys out
Absolutely.
there, but women have to be our own cheerleaders
Absolutely.
here. So, and it is advertised as a women's empowerment luncheon, but we have guys that attend
They
as well.
do.
So, absolutely.
And I just say, open up your network. It's been a blessing to meet you, Miss Shapiro, and even a blessing
Absolutely.
to have a managing director such as Janie and a director as Samantha of Skill Quest, and it goes on and on of the women that we work with on a daily basis. But I say, quit just meet people or talk to people or women that you've never thought you would talk to before, and just learn something new. And that's what Steel Toes and Stilettos is about. Ms. Shapiro shared with us, again, if we have enough time, her mastermind group, and I think that's amazing. Something I need to acquire, having my own personal board to help me be accountable for goals that I've set. So if we have a couple of minutes, if you can just share with us how women empowerment has helped you with your mastermind and focusing on goals that you've set.
Well, the mastermind that I'm a part of, Jens Johnson runs it, but I would say the thing that she's helped me with most is, it's group. Our whole mastermind is all women, and so everyone there is truly there to empower the other women that are part of our group. And so being able to have that really honest conversation and being able to be very raw, in a safe environment with the other women that are there, and then being able to lay out, hey, this is what I want to accomplish without, other people looking at you like you're crazy.
Absolutely.
And so I think that for me, that accountability measure, going, this is my goal. I'm stating this in front of 15 other women.
I love it.
And each one of them going, hey, where are you at on that goal?
I love it.
Then you have to come back and go, okay, time to dig in the trenches, or get busy, or man, I'm on track.
Yeah. I love it.
It's funny that you should mention that, somebody holding you accountable and keeping you, I'm not looking at you for any particular reason.
We have one-on-ones every Monday.
But,
so.
that's the thing. A good friend of mine, Mike Leatherwood, who's a restaurateur here in Dallas, he is going to be on our next podcast on June the 25th. And he has, it's like almost zero turnover in his restaurants.
Wow.
People that have worked there for 10, 15 years, it's ridiculous. It is because he makes them set goals for themselves and he holds them accountable. It's amazing, the things that he does. So he will be our next guest on June the 25th on our next podcast, 1:30. So we certainly hope that you can tune in to us then.
And I'm asking Ms. Shapiro in front of all of you, if you will, you're invited to the next Steel Toes to Stilettos. We'll love to see you there. I love to see you wherever I turn.
Oh, absolutely. It would be my honor, truly. I absolutely love contributing to what you two ladies are doing, and anything that I can do to support you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. You can count on me being there.
So again, this really is truly how that you can connect in your community. So this is really what we're all about, is trying to let you know that there are so many people out there that just want to get involved, want to help, want to do whatever that they can do to, make our community a better place. So if you want to get involved, please, please, please let us know. Contact us anytime. Jacklyn, you want to give us your phone number one more time?
Sure. It is, I'm going to give you both our main line and my direct line. My direct line at the office is 469-619-0717. And feel free to reach out to any member of my staff. Our main line is 972-996-6688. And Janie, I was going to, because you're asking, how does this mastermind thing, how's it gone over? And one of the things that I found that I did after being part of a real mastermind was I actually went back into my company. I was like, we've never culture mapped the company. And so I had the entire staff, we all did it as a group, as one big team. And it was very interesting, and it was just, yes,
That's
it was
good.
actually a really neat
great idea.
exercise.
That's really good.
That is a really great idea. We need to do that.
Yeah, oh, goodness.
We need to do that.
You gave me some work, Miss Shapiro.
Oh no, we'll ask Jacklyn and her team to come in and kind of do it for us, because since they've just been through it, so we're always looking for new and exciting, and I don't know how fun it'll be, but we'll learn some good info.
And it's needed.
Absolutely.
It was a really neat exercise.
That's
And we
good.
started with, what do we all believe and know is absolutely intrinsically true about us and our company? And so then it came out the answers of, well, we know integrity is the highest priority.
Wow.
And then we went into the value and empowerment for the clients. And so It's really,
You
I
know
mean,
We need to do that.
That is something that we
Yeah.
need to do for real. I mean,
Yeah.
we're always kind of trying to do needs assessments and things in the community.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you need to take care of you first.
That's right.
And so,
Right there.
us as an agency, we definitely need to do that for ourselves as
Thank
well.
you.
So, thank you for
Mm-hmm.
volunteering to come over and help us
thank you
do that.
for coming over to do a culture map.
We
with
will
us.
keep you informed on how that goes. But I mean, it really is important. I think it really, really is.
Well, and it's for my team, because you were talking about the accountability for the restaurateur.
Absolutely.
And that's part of what I did. I was like, okay, well, we're going to do this culture map of what we all know to absolutely be intrinsically true. And then we're going to look at what outcomes do we think this company should have, not just as an owner, but what do we really think is true as a team? And then
Wow.
what do we find that enables us? What are roadblocks? What are we
That's a
personally
setup
doing?
for success.
That is, absolutely.
And then making them where it wasn't just track your calls, track who you're talking to, but I'm doing it too. Even, from my
Sure.
level. And then so when we do our team meetings once a week, okay, I'm like, okay, well, these were my numbers. How did you guys come out? Am I low?
Sure.
And I'm thinking my numbers are lower than they should be.
But that's great. A great way to, and I know we're ending on time, but that's a great way to motivate each other and to show each other that you care about the organization and that you care about their performance. So that's a wonderful idea.
Well, I'm always inspired by you, Jacklyn. So thank you so much for
Thank
coming.
you.
I really appreciate that, and we're definitely going to stay in touch, and we'll let you know what our progress is. So, Sarissa, one more time, remind us about Steel Toes.
Steel Toes to Stilettos at the Network Bar, lunchtime networking, July 19th from 11 to 1 p.m. You can get more information on our website at ccadvance.org. And for those, our seniors and those of us that take care of our parents and grandparents, please know we have benefits counseling on June 19th in Duncanville. So look at our website to see what benefits counseling you and your loved ones can receive for free in our community.
Absolutely true. So our website, we have all kinds of things going on all the time. So seriously, if you need anything, let us know, and we will. If we don't do it, we'll find somebody that
And we're
does it.
even
so.
touching the Seagoville location as well. So all of trying to stretch around all of Dallas County.
Amazing. So our next podcast will be on June 25th. Mike Leatherwood will be here. He's going to talk about his success in the restaurant business and really how he gives back in the community. And so that's really kind of what it's all about. Staying connected, getting connected, and please, please, please connect with us and let us know what you're doing. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then.
Thank you.
Bye.